What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by Helmet to Helmet 49ers podcast. Today we'll be talking about the Pro Bowl voting because the NFL just released the starters. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm your host, JT, with my co-host,
Dad. Hello, everybody.
Just Dad.
All right, let's do this. So, what are we going to talk about?
The Pro Bowl for the 49ers because 6 49ers led their NFC positions in Pro Bowl fan voting.
Yeah, that's great. 6. Wow, that's great. Well deserved.
Our
So,
highest player with the most votes is Nick Bosa with 239,151 votes.
that's a good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deserves it. He's up there.
Yeah. Leads the defense in Pro Bowl voting.
And leads with sacks in the NFL too.
Yes.
Go hand in hand.
Leads with a lot of things for defensive linemen. And next for second place is Kyle Juszczyk with 227,484 votes. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. He's the best, huh? He's the best fullback. There's not too many fullbacks that are utilized as much in offenses as much as the Niners. So he's the perfect fit for Shanahan's offense.
Gets voted in the Pro Bowl every single year. No competition.
Yeah.
Next is Christian McCaffrey. He built a great fan base with the 49ers because he made the Pro Bowl with 205,990 votes.
Oh yeah. I was wondering too if the Carolina fans had something to do with it too. Probably, and he's been doing so great since we traded for him. He's been everything that he was advertised to be. Great runner, great receiver.
Was he worth the picks?
Time will tell, but so far, he looks like he's brought this offense to another level.
Yeah.
It was a little slow, a little dull, but now he's consistently helping us turn over on third downs, getting the first downs, getting those yards, and keeping drives alive, which of course, increases our scores too.
He stays in there for a while. He's our third down back, first, second, third down back.
Yeah, maybe fourth down.
Yeah, if we go for it, which is really rare. Next is another offensive player, George Kittle. Of course, Travis Kelce is beating him in tight end voting, so he leads the NFC.
Yeah, with 201,905 votes. Yeah. I was slightly surprised because statistically he's not doing great.
It's always name recognition.
That's true. It's true. Fans know him, know that he's a great tight end. He helps us not only receiving, mostly it's with blocking, and that's what he's elite at. So
Also,
I'm
I think
glad.
a lot of players voted, or a lot of fans voted for George Kittle because you can't hate him. He's a nice guy.
But you made a good point. That the fan voting is only takes to account a third of the Pro Bowl votes. The other votes are from the coaches and also from the players. So there could be some, respect for the coaches and the players too. That's what's maybe helping George Kittle get into the Pro Bowl here.
Next is our second defensive player, Fred Warner, with 149,521 votes.
Yep, that's warranted. He's having a very good year. I think name recognition also helped him out a little bit.
Yeah.
He's having a great year. Great year.
doesn't lead the team in tackles, but he's played better than last year for sure. He he leads the whole NFL for inside linebackers in Pro Bowl voting. Next, Trent Williams with 134,491 votes. Surprisingly, he does not lead the offensive lineman, the whole NFL, in Pro Bowl voting. First belongs to Jason Kelsey. So Trent Williams is second place, and right behind Trent Williams is Creed Humphrey.
Darn those Kelseys. They must pay off people or something.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Yeah, Trent Williams, of course. He had the most votes for offensive tackles, but yeah, as the offensive lineman, he was not the top. So yeah,
No brainer, like how Juszczyk always gets it every year.
that's true.
Silverback.
Yes, that's true.
Now let's give it up for all our Pro Bowlers.
Yes, take a bow, guys. Take a bow.
Now these important players, they might be backups, but it hasn't officially been announced. Talanoa Funga, our strong safety, we don't know how many votes. We don't know how many votes he got. He was third in the NFL for strong safety voting.
Yeah, that's behind Darren James and Harrison Smith. I'm so glad Hufanga got to third. It would have been great if he got as a starter for a strong safety on the Pro Bowl. I remember when he first got here as a rookie, he said all he wanted to do was be a Pro Bowler and um, as a special teamer. But now he's a starter on the defense, which is awesome. Yeah, so yeah, he deserves it. He was red hot starting off, but name recognition one more time. I think people just don't know him as well. But being a part of the best defense in the NFL will shine a spotlight on him, and hopefully, years to come soon, he will be in the Pro Bowl as a starter.
Yeah, a lot of player people fans know him from being trained by Troy Polamalu too. And then this one, I was a bit surprised, but kind of not surprised at the same time. Our inside linebacker, Dre Greenlaw, is sixth in the NFL for inside linebacker voting.
He's been coming on strong recently. So right now, I'm feeling a little bit um, disappointed that he didn't get more votes. Um, I voted as many times as I could. um, but he's been playing lights out. Big play Dre has been on the field for us for a long time this season. He's been playing at a high level, making some great plays. So hopefully next year. Hopefully next year. But being sixth seems like a long way from being a starter in the Pro Bowl.
Well, you can take it one step at a time. That's one step for Dre Greenlaw to get into the Pro Bowl. And Debo Samuel, our wide receiver, came in ninth in the NFL for Pro Bowl voting.
Yeah, that's not too surprising. He has not had a season like he did last season. That was extraordinary season he had last one. Hard to follow that up. So yeah, ninth is probably where he should be. Yeah.
Well, where's Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah, he seems to be missing. He was a good receiver this year. He hasn't been getting the ball a whole lot. We haven't been force feeding him, so like we did Debo Samuel last season. Um, so he just hasn't gotten the ball as much as he could to really pad his stats. So he's not going to make it. Nowhere close this year. Uh, Maybe in a couple more years.
Well, another player that's not gonna make it is Charvarius Ward, our cornerback, ninth in the NFL for cornerback Pro Bowl voting.
That's disappointing. As a Niner fan, we know uh, what he has brought to our defense, coming in as a free agent. Um, but he just doesn't do the flashy plays. I think. I don't think he has a lot of interceptions, and that's what gets the highlights and the fans noticing more outside of the 49ers fans. So he needs more flashy plays, I'd say, and get his stats up, and he'll maybe be voted. He'll get more votes in the Pro Bowl, but unfortunately, this year he's not going to make it to the Pro Bowl.
Flashy plays or what you make you get into the Pro Bowl. Like you said, he hasn't gone any flashy plays, but he's been a great lockdown corner against great wide receivers. Helped in the secondary a lot. Got a bargain.
Oh yeah, great signing. Probably the best free agent signing we had last off season. He's a he's a gem. I'm glad we signed him.
And this is not about the Pro Bowl. It's about something better. Nick Bosa has the best odds for winning Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, we just read about that. There was headlines saying that the odds makers have increased it, where Nick Bosa is the favorite to be um, named Defensive Player of the Year, which is just music to my ears, because that's what we've been rooting for. We've been watching every sack and hoping for every game to get a sack, two or three, and we've been watching the sack race. Of course, the sacks doesn't equal Defensive Player of the Year, but it sure does help.
Yeah, he's check marked all the other great statistics for winning Defensive Player of the Year if you're a defensive lineman, like pressures, QB hits. He's done all of that.
Yeah, he checks all the boxes. Against the run game, he's an all around fantastic defensive end. So, um, I sure hope he wins. On top of that, we were also looking at some other news that just came out. Well, Jalen Hurts, the quarterback of the Eagles, um, today it was said that he has a shoulder sprain from the game where they played the Bears, and he'll be out for at least 2 games. And there's 3 more games in the regular season, and for the longest time, um, it looked like the Eagles were just going to run away with it and take the first seed. They're at 13-1 right now. So, um, but with 3 games left, this is what needs to happen. If the Niners were going to try and get the number 1 seed, this is what would need to happen. The Eagles would have to lose all 3 of their next games, and we'd have to win out all of our 3 games, and we would need the Vikings to lose at least 1 game, and that would give us the number 1 seed and a bye. We'd get a week off. Yeah. So and get home field advantage too. So
That's the dream.
it is a possibility. It is now, and now Jalen Hurts will be out for at least 2 weeks. There is a chance. Makes the last couple of weeks of the season a little bit more exciting, for sure.
And the top 5 vote getters for the NFL are Tua Tagovailoa is number 1, and then number 2 is Tyreek Hill. Number 3 is Patrick Mahomes. And then number 4 is Justin Jefferson. And then number 5 is Travis Kelce. Tua Tagovailoa has 306,861 votes. Tyreek Hill has 293,679 votes. And his former teammate Patrick Mahomes has 271,541 votes. And Justin Jefferson has 264,653 votes. And Travis Kelce has 248,279 votes. And that wraps up for today's podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and subscribe to my other channel, JT Dub, and comment. We'll be doing a preview podcast for the Commanders. And goodbye.